What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and today we got some interesting news in which the SEC is trying to sue XRP holders. Stay tuned, and we'll discuss that section because this is getting very interesting. Now, here Jeremy Hogan posted this in response to a tweet by the Crypto Wizard. Crypto Wizard said a closed meeting to be held on May 6th, scheduled on April 29th to discuss settlement, injunctive actions, and resolutions. Interesting. Could it be? And this essentially is the SEC is having a meeting on Thursday, May 6th at 2 p.m. to discuss various court cases that they have going, all sorts. It's an overall meeting. And here it says, the institution and settlement of injunctive actions, administrative proceedings, litigation claims, etc. Now, in response to this tweet, we see Jeremy Hogan, the attorney who gives his insights for the XRP community on what's happening in the courts, is saying the first meeting with Gary Gensler at the helm. When I worked with insurance companies, we would have this type of meeting to discuss overall strategy and certain particular cases of note. The SEC has a lot of cases in litigation, but certainly Ripple will be discussed here. Now, it's interesting to note that there have been uh, instances where Jeremy Hogan says that if a settlement is reached, it would most likely be in the month of May. Now, I don't know if this meeting is or has, has anything to do with, possibly settlement being reached in this month. Because we know there's been a lot of talk about maybe in the fall this case will be over. But if a settlement is reached before then, yeah, it can most definitely be over in this month. So this will be interesting to keep monitoring, and we'll see what happens because today is the 4th. Yeah, in 2 days this is going to take place. So we'll know more when that happens. Now, XRP Crypto Wolf posted this. SEC says holders are compelling it to bring enforcement action against them. SEC is not happy about the community trying to intervene in its legal battle with Ripple and is accusing holders of starting a crusade against the government agency. Now, here, what caught my attention was this part. Move-ins, so, John Deaton and the, XRP community are essentially seeking to compel the SEC to bring an enforcement action against individual secondary market XRP investors. Now, this is interesting. So, is the SEC trying to sue secondary market investors, the average holder like you or I? Now, I may be mistaken. Maybe I don't have enough information, but that's, this is a very interesting statement. And the regulator adds that such private claims are barred by sovereign immunity, an argument that was originally made in its motion to dismiss the investors' failed petition for a writ of mandamus. It says, furthermore, the SEC asserts that the movements cannot obtain any relief from exchanges that have suspended trading or delisted the token since they are not a party to the lawsuit. Wow. So, we're just going to have to see. But at this point, we see that the SEC is getting desperate in its moves. It knows it can't win this case. It knows it can't. And it won't. XRP is meant, it's a gift to the world in terms of providing that use case, the utility, getting rid of frictions. It is going to facilitate money moving across the world. And this is just a step in the right direction for them, because once this is over, it's going to be the only asset that's going to have clarity. And what happens when it's the only asset that has clarity and all these institutions, all these major companies, nations are going to flood in. I believe it's Jay Biancamono who was saying that it's going to trickle, and then flood. And when you're the only one with clarity on what you are as an asset, people are going to pour in. They're going to pour in all that money. Now, it's going to set precedent. This case is going to set precedent for the whole digital asset space. And those assets who are not compliant will become, the regulators will, the regulators will come hard on them. So, that's that. Now, here, I wanted to go over this real quick. This is John Deaton's thread from his Twitter handle on crypto law. So he said, XRP holders should be allowed to participate in this case as independent holders, developers, and users of XRP with no relationship to defendants that have strong and distinct interests in the regulatory status of it. The SEC cannot represent the movements or other participants in the existing functioning XRP market while seeking to destroy that market and frustrate the real purposes for which movements hold the asset. Okay? Now, by alleging its novel theory, the SEC imposed billions of dollars in immediate losses on third-party holders, and it dried up their liquidity. Now, movements are innocent retail holders with no connection to Ripple the company and have felt consequences from the SEC's ill-advised jurisdictional overreach. And we know they want to get us out. They want to cut the retail investor out of it. And this is because they know what it represents. They know what this digital asset is and its utility. Okay? Despite its claims to protect them, they're acting against their interests and grossly misrepresenting the circumstances of their purchase and use of XRP. Okay, it says that it's a security and always has been, but defendants say that it's not a security and never has been. Okay, and this is a great thread. A ruling that XRP is an investment contract threatens to go beyond the multi-billion-dollar immediate losses inflicted at the holders at the start of this action. Okay, and doing so, they will shed light on the interests of many other people and businesses that stand to lose existing resources and future opportunities if the SEC's overreach succeeds. And here he says that the holders can and should be permitted to speak for themselves. Okay, and that's why he says it will shed light on many other interests. And this is getting very interesting, I tell you. And here, Gary Gensler himself, look at what he calls it.
Currency called Ripple that you might hear in the banking sector is probably third, if I remember.
So he calls XRP a currency. And we see here the World Bank, and we've gone over this in a video before, the World Bank calls the Interledger very promising, and he says that stress interoperability as a key to bridge legacy and other blockchain networks. And here it's the flow of the Interledger, okay? And we have here where it talks about the cross-border payments. We've gone over this in a video. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend going and watching it because I dive into this document. And in other words, this is unbelievable, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Doge has moved into the 4th position now on CoinMarketCap. What a joke. What a joke. It was literally less than a penny. It was like half a penny or less, a couple months ago. And now this is unbelievable. If Doge can make these type of returns, and it's a meme coin, a joke coin, and it's all based off of speculation, what do you think is going to happen to XRP that has utility, that has a use case that's going to be used in the world internationally for all the money? For all the derivatives market is about as high, it can be as high as $2.15 quadrillion. What's going to happen? Well, I tell you, that's why I keep reiterating the fact. Know what you hold. If you know what you hold, that's all that matters. Yeah, you can do some speculative investing into Dogecoin, but who would have thought that would have gone this high? It is risky to put your money in it, but it's unbelievable. And that's why I'm reiterating the fact that if Doge can do these kind of returns, just imagine what happens to this asset right here when we're talking about all the money. I hope this episode has brought you some value. Like and subscribe. Comment below. What's going on with this whole Dogecoin, huh? And what's going to happen when Elon Musk does a Saturday Night Live? Is it going to go higher? Let me know in the comment section below. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.